If you've ever tried getting into a trading card game, you know it can be incredibly daunting. From the large financial investment of the serious meta level players, down to the casual player only able to get a few packs at a time. Either way you look at it, it can still be incredibly challenging. So I'll be pushing my skills and a bit of luck to their absolute limit to make the best deck I can. The goal is that by the end of 1 year, I will be able to top one of the largest tournaments in the TCG. The catch? The catch is I must do this on a mere $20 a week budget. But not only this, also I cannot trade or buy singles, only sealed product. The only exception being for each match I win, I can make a single trade for a single card from a box opened right here on the channel. If you want to take part in the series in either a remote duel match or have a box opened here on the channel and potentially a trade conducted, then head on over to my Patreon and become a member to gain permanent access to my personal Discord server. This is Digimon on a budget.
All right, so we got 5 packs again this week that we're working with here, as well as since we went undefeated last week, we get a bonus pack and adding in the TK as well from the box topper. We won't be using this, but we might be able to get some good trade fodder out of it. These alter art tamers are going for a good amount, and maybe we'll pull something awesome out of this. There's nothing really we can use at the moment, but in the future there definitely will be. So maybe we'll get something good out of that. Also, we're gonna need some baby magic again. It worked so well last week that we gotta try to do it again. Which one?
Which one, Anna?
All right, so these two up first. All right, let's get opening and see what we get.
Okay.
All right, of course, we're hoping for another Omnimon, of course. There's plenty of staples we're still missing. More Upamons. More Garurumons out of this. Wow, not one blue, really. TK and just an Infernagramon. Wow. All right, so nothing out of that pack. Baby Magic might have been burned up from last week. One more here. Oh, cool. All right, so we got a Monzemon. That's good. That'll definitely go in the deck. Just very memory efficient level 5 for us. Frigidmon, not bad. Not for this deck as it is now, but if we ever switch to an Imperial Dramon, then Dragon Mode will definitely want the Frigidmon for that, probably. And yeah, just nothing there as well. All right, I'm not really a fan of this guy, so keep on moving. All right, let's crack open this the bonus pack here. All right, looks like red fire. All right, cool. So we got the Agumon here. This is really great. While this Digimon has Greymon in its name, get plus 2,000 DP. So awesome rookie for red. If we switch to an Omnimon and Alter S Omnimon deck for fire, once 1.5 comes out, then this will be a good include on that deck. We've still yet to see a secret on the channel, which is kind of a shame. Secret, alter art. So hopefully we'll be getting one of those soon. Definitely getting some good stuff for a Rookie Rush if we were to play that. Wow. All right. So nothing there. Just a Terrace Cluster. Pretty bad week so far. I guess we really did top out last week, but 2 packs to go here. So we still have a bit of a chance. The chances are dwindling. More good choices for Rookie Rush, that's for sure. If we were playing purple, I think we'd have a set of blockers by now. Weregarumon. When attacking, gain 3 memory. Okay, so this is just a memory borrowing, level 5, not too great. Magnadramon, pretty good staple there. And just an Angemon. Angemon and Tanamon. Okay. I don't think we'll quite play this one. If I was to play any of the staples, I would want the level 6s that we could evolve up into our Omnimon. So Volcanic Dramon would definitely be a good include. I think we have 1 Volcanic Dramon right now. I wouldn't mind getting a second though. Gomamon, all right. I do like that Gomamon, it's pretty good. We can swap out our Gabumon. The Gabumon. Oh, Gorillamon, that's a good one. Good memory efficient, level 4 there for us. Elecmon, also a good memory efficient rookie. So this pack's doing pretty good for us. Might be something shiny back there. If it would stay focused, that would be great. Oh, so definitely something shiny. And another Piedmon. Wow, we are pulling the Piedmons on this channel apparently. Not anything we can use, but definitely, hopefully something we could use as trade fodder. We traded that 1 Piedmon already, so maybe we can trade this one as well for something that we need. All right, so these are our changes here. Not anything too crazy. We didn't have any too awesome of pulls, but at least we got some stuff that we actually needed and it's part of the final build. So dropping 2 of the bad Gabumons here for the Elecmon, which is just a more evolution efficient evolution, and then this Gomamon, who I think the inheritable is just better than the Gabumon inheritable. On deletion, gain 1 memory, as opposed to just trash and evolution of a level 5 or lower. This is nice when we're going against like the War Greymon strategy to really stop it from having all those security attack bonuses. But in general, you're mostly dropping either just memory efficient rookies, or you're dropping the babies that aren't really doing too much. The Digitamas, they're nice to have, but they're not like game breaking Digitamas. So I don't think the Gabumon is as needed as much as these guys are. And then moving up here to our level 5, we're just dropping out 1 of the Weregarumon for a Monzaemon, who just has a better evolution cost as well as a better play cost. So just working that memory efficiency in. And then trading out 1 of our, this is our last vanilla level 4. We are trading it for another vanilla, but this one's only evolution 1 as opposed to evolution 2. So again, just working on that, powering up into our Omnimon as fast as possible. Unfortunately, again, only have the 1, but as well as our level 6s aren't that bad with the 3 Metal Garurumons, the 2 starter decks, and then the 1 from the structured or starter set.
All right, so this is what the deck looks like currently in its current state. I do want to point out that our bonus trade for this week, we traded our Machinedramon that we pulled for a promo Gabumon. Super awesome looking card. Like just colors wise, I think it just pops so good. Such a good looking card. Also a great card for this deck. And our second trade was we pulled, well we didn't pull, but we got a second Garurumon here. I just traded 1 of our extra green cards away that we had, and then got this guy. I'm trying not to trade any blue cards at all, as well as any red cards, just in case when 1.5 comes out, if say we pull like an Alter S or something like that, and we pull a lot of good red cards, we may end up switching to a Omnimon Alter S duo, or sticking with blue, we might switch to a Imperial Dramon jamming. That's way far in the future, but for right now, trading away all of our greens, purples, and blacks and yellow. But yeah, so this is what the deck's looking like. Overall, it's performing decently. I feel like the ratios are pretty on par here. We're running the 14 rookies. We have, is it 12, I believe? Yeah, 12 of our level 4s here. And we got 8 of our level 5s, 5 6s, and then the 1 7 Omnimon there. So, overall, I feel like the ratios are there, but in our matches, we cannot seem to draw into our key pieces enough. I think we need, moving ahead, maybe on trades, look at getting more of the Gabumon just to get that extra draw factor when we got to hard play those rookies. I think that'll be a good point for us there. Just trying to get more draw factor. Maybe get the Zudomon that's going to give us that hard play draw effect. I did end up switching over one of the... I traded out that Wergurumon at first, but then I decided about it. Honestly, I'd rather run a 4 Wergurumon than the 4 Zudomons. That on Digivolving effect doesn't really come into play that much where it really benefits us, whereas that security attack +1 has won us several games so far, so I think that's the better play to go with. It's the one more play cost on the memory, which is unfortunate. I hope that never have to play a level 5 or hard play a level 5, but when time comes, when we'll have to, suck it up and do it that way. But I think that security attack +1 will be worth it over just the when Digivolving effect. So besides just swapping out the ratios there on some of these guys, down at the bottom here, the mats, oh my goodness, I would love to drop these mats for anything else. If I could just trade 3 mats in for 3 Omnimons, in a perfect world, that would be pretty amazing. But as of now, just looking to replace this, even I would take a regular mat over this one at this point. It's just not working out for us. It just takes too many turns to actually see a benefit. 3 turns of triggering its effect before you actually get any kind of a bonus off of it is just not all that great. And then the other Metal Garurumon, he has been putting in some good work. I mean, getting those 2 attacks. Also, if you've got the Wergurumon underneath him, that's 4 security checks, which we've done previously. So I think, when you get those moments, it feels really good. But man, that 4 evolution cost on a level 6 feels so bad. I think most of the time, whenever I actually do that combo and I drop the Metal Garurumon, I don't even get attack with it until the following turn. So it's just sitting there wide open, hoping it doesn't get just picked off or terraforced or whatever. So still holding on to him for now. If it comes to that point, we might have to get a second structure deck, get the more of the Plesiomons. But I'm holding off on that until we pull a second Omnimon, or if we get a box opening on the channel that someone pulls an Omnimon and we can trade for it, something like that. Still don't want to invest in the Plesiomons just yet. 4 Plesiomons for 1 Omnimon does not seem like a solid enough ratio to warrant doing such a thing. Mainly because there's not really anything else that we're going to get out of the starter deck that we need that much. I don't think running 4 Kakaitis Breath is quite that good of an idea. Like, it's a solid card when it comes up, but I think there's just better things that I would rather drop 7 memory on than a bounce. Personally, it's not as good as we're not lucky enough to have a Terraforce. I'd even take a de-evolution over a bounce back to hand because they're just going to play it again. So this is what we're working with this week. Hopefully we can get a couple wins and maybe even get that 9-game streak. Crazy enough to believe. Speaking of 9 streaks, I do want to point out that opening those box toppers, that was actually a misstep. That was supposed to be for a 9-win streak, not a 6-win streak. So I'll be retconning those. Can't trade them, can't use them until we get another bonus pack opening, which means that we won't actually get a bonus pack to open that week. But that was my mistake, so I gotta keep with my own rules here. Alright, so game 1 here. Mostly a lot of slow back and forth, just kind of building up here. Really just choking each other on memory. I swing in with my Metal Garurumon, bringing up my blocker again. I love the fact that I can just level up my blocker and then just go bring it right back out with Metal Garurumon. Here, dropping the Kakaitis Breath for the Metal Greymon. Met with a Gaia Force in return. I'm just thinking that I need to keep him from bringing out those War Greymons. I know he's got them in there, just ready to just completely trash us. So drop a second Kakaitis Breath. That's both of them for the deck. Just getting real crazy here. Really building up the board. Got a couple blockers on there. Just trying to get around his blocker as well. And then leveling up as much as possible, just trying to draw into something. Finally get that Plesiomon and swing in, get met with a Phoenixmon there, so instantly die. Playing the memory game here again, Playing the Hammer Spark to get him to 2, and then drop, or getting me to 2, then dropping the 1 or the 3 there, getting him to 1, just so he can't really level up into anything too potent. Here, I'm just trying everything I can to survive. I've got to block his blocker there, so he can't punch me for game. End up dropping an Omnimon. End up having to forfeit that match. Well, not forfeit, but concede that last one just because no way to keep up. Ramp up into the Omnimon super fast there. Instantly met with a Gaia Force before I could even get an attack off. Seems to be kind of the trend here is that there's always a Gaia Force. Again, just trying to be as memory efficient as possible here. Choke him out of the memory so he can't go up too high. A little bit of back and forth. Goes into the War Greymon anyways. So at this point, I know I've got to do something here. So I'm just trying to swing in there, see what I can trigger. Maybe get some extra memory. Yep, there we go. Get that memory. And just trying to evolve into something. Just get something playable here to deal with that War Greymon. At this point, yeah, just swinging in and then taking the game there. So match 3, or game 3 of match 1 here. Just trying to build up a really big board here. I've got 2 blockers on field, 1 in the raising area. I'm just trying to keep them at bay, keep everything I can off me as much as possible here. Ended up moving the memory the wrong way there, but play that Plesiomon there, hoping to get the Omnimon play in action here, just to, because that's all I've got really left to deal with this War Greymon. And there we go, dropping the Omnimon for to take out that War Greymon, just because it's such a beastly threat. It can clear so many security just so rapidly. And again, of course, has the Gaia Force, as always, ready to go without fail. It gives me a decent amount of memory to work with, though, for my turn. Hopefully I can play into something here. Having to hard play the Metal Garurumon just because I have nothing else. My hand was so empty at this point. And again, another Gaia Force. So back to square one yet again while he's slowly building up his board. End up having to play 2 mats and still didn't have anything to play and had to pass it over to him. I think I lost like 6 memory there. Again, just trying to do whatever I can. There's so many blockers and everything on field. He lets this slide, though. I'm not too certain why. I get that draw for Upamon, though, which is so crucial. Just kind of slowly swinging in if I can here. Keep just discarding the Digivolution sources. Run into a War Greymon, sadly. I mean, that's at this point just as bad as running into a Gaia Force. And having to drop the Kakaitis Breath on the Phoenixmon there. Ends up, he plays it, hard plays it again. Drops yet another Gaia Force. I've never ran into a red player that has as many Gaia Forces at their disposal as possible. Like, always draws into them. At this point, I'm just trying to crash with everything I can, hoping there's not anything too crazy there in the stack, and then punching for game with the blocker, and then going to take game 3. Match 2 here, playing against yellow. A lot of back and forth here, just kind of slowly building up. Finally got to that point where I got the Plesiomon on field that I didn't feel too scared to punch into the stack. Good thing, too, because there was a 7k Angelomon waiting for us. So, but then that juicy 3 rookies on field. So I end up dropping the Volcanic Dramon on her and taking out all 3 of those rookies. That is definitely the problem when you know you're playing against someone that's running the Volcanic Dramon. But instantly met with the minus 10k there. Just seems like all my opponents are rolling with the removal in today's game, or all of today's games. End up running into a Seraphimon there, not too big a deal. Or she's got the blocker, which I can swing into. She's forced to block it, but then I can just punch with the blocker again for game. So blocker's doing some work, winning some games, which is nice. Go up into my Metal Garurumon here, play that Hammer Spark so I don't have to pass my turn. So that way I can hopefully punch in here. I've got the +1 security, so that's going to be 4 potential security checks we're going to go through here. 3 cards, that's a lot of memory to work with. And then there we are, going to swing yet again. And nothing too crazy, and then just kind of punch for game there. Omnimon really wasn't even needed here. It was just kind of nice to have. Next game is against a black deck, which was just crazy on the blockers. Talk about a hard deck to work through, especially with all the de-digivolving that was going on here, and the de-digivolving and then destroying once it was below, I think it was 4 memory costs. Having to play the Kakaitis Breath to deal with this Diaboromon, sorry, was really rough. Because I really had no other out for it other than the one Omnimon in the deck at this point. So plays quality is kind of bad there, but he ends up playing the black War Greymon here, and or War Greymon that is black. That big body there, doing multiple security checks, gets the reboot blocker. Oof, so rough. Yet again, de-digivolves my blocker. I think he probably should have done that first before I blocked whatever it was I blocked with it. Try to build up a board here. Met with the Plesiomon. I was definitely getting on the ropes here, about to lose, and end up stopping it with the Plesiomon before game because he had the security attack bonus and then would have swung for game right there with the Toy Agumon. Passes it back to me. I am super desperate at this point. He definitely has the rookies on field to push for game. So here I go again with the Metal Garurumon, pushing for trying to hit those 4 security checks right here. The 2 attacks each with security +1. Because it's kind of my only hope at this point for just punching for game. End up running into a what is that, Diaboromon? Yeah, and so keep swinging here, just rushing as fast as possible, doing as much as I can. And swing with just the 1K Gabumon. Nothing he's going to have is going to be able to stop my 2 other rookies, and then we swing for game. Game 2, very similar here. Again, dealing with the Diaboromon is such an issue. You can kind of see my hand there as I reveal it to my opponent. Hammer Spark there just to try to be as memory efficient as I can. Go into the Leomon, just trying to draw into something to deal with this guy. Having to Kakaitis Breath for 7, puts him all the way up with all that memory. Starts to build up a pretty good board. He's got the Andromon there, and the rookie blocker, and he's starting to build up the actual Diaboromon line of the evolution chain. Gets it out with the perfect stack underneath it, which is super rough. So I'm just trying to build as wide as possible here, dealing with multiple blockers in my way that I can't get over. That's the worst thing. Finally get the Plesiomon. Super wide board here. Kind of hard to, get past this point, drop the Omnimon. This was actually kind of a hard decision. It was either go for the Diaboromon or go for those 2 Andromons. End up choosing the Diaboromon just because it's just going to keep generating so much threat. Ends up playing Giga Cannon and de-digivolves for 4 onto my Omnimon. Like I said, every game I played, it seemed like everyone had an answer for Omnimon. Just holding on to it, just waiting. End up having to hard play the, was it the Ikakumon there? Or did I just pass? I think I had to pass for turn. Just because I can't get past 3 blockers. I mean, 2 of them can defeat anything that I've got on play. Again, de-digivolves and then destroys after the fact. Again, just the de-digivolving is just so much to deal with here. I end up just playing super wide with a bunch of rookies. If he had been playing Volcanic Dramon, this would have been the perfect time to look at that. Look at the nuke strat possibilities there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the 7th in waiting there on rookies. one Volcanic Dramon would have just decimated me. I would have instantly lost this whole game if that had been the case. Again, trying to be memory efficient, play up in that Plesiomon, which the Plesiomon finally allows me to start swinging over and not having to worry about the Andromon. So that's what I do. I just kind of poke at it, see what we can do there, get the bonus attack from the bonus security attack from the Metal Garurumon, and at this point, I'm just going all out. I have enough on field that I can push for game if I just start swinging, and so that's what I do. So he has to start blocking here, which I'm just gonna eat all these. I'll lose my my non-inheritable rookies, my 1K Gabumon here, stuff I'm not too worried about is what I'm going to send in first to get destroyed. Just because I technically do have the numbers. Gonna end up sacrificing. Oh wait, no, I don't think he sacrifices because of the tie. Do we correct that? I think we correct that. Yeah, we do. Yeah, the tie gives them that plus 1,000 on my turn, so. And, yep, and then swing with the Gabumon here. Forced kind of to block it if he wanted to. I guess he could take it. He's probably going to die either way. But he has a lot to deal with on board, so unless he's got something incredible in the stack, which I don't think Black has anything that would have saved him at this point. Again, swinging with the Bearmon here. Eats it again. And keep just swinging, punching. Ends up not having anything that was going to stop him in the stack, and then there we go, swing for game. And that was all 3 matches for this week's. Pretty crazy stuff. Again, the Omnimon was nice, when I got to use its removal effect, but it's such a build-up to get into it, and I'm having to stall and wait on, a level 5 here for so long, and to have an answer to a lot of this stuff, and then I drop it, it removes the threat, and then every time just immediately dies. I mean, it was such, when you count up all the memory that you have to spend on evolving up into one just for it to turn around and get nuked, feels so bad. Like when you don't even get a swing with it. I think I hardly ever got a swing with my Omnimon this week. So while it's nice to have, everyone seems to have an answer for it. So as a one of, it's pretty rough. Hoping to get a second one here soon because it's kind of needed. That or another Metal Garurumon that so that way we can get the multiple plays off of it potentially there. Not the starter deck one, but the main set one. The one is putting in a lot of work for us, getting 4 security checks several games in a row. Problem is I'm having to play that 4 cost for it. And pretty much every time I do that, I have to almost always pass my turn just because I don't have the memory to be able to still attack with it. So that's the worst part. And the thing is, I only ever need to get that combo off one time. So if I could just do that with the Metal Garurumon that's going to allow me to play out a Garurumon and restand, I'm still going to get the 4 security checks with that same combo, but more memory efficient, as well as I get to play 2 free Digimon onto my side of the field from underneath the stack. So if it doesn't push for game, at least next turn I'm set up to push for game after those 4 security checks. So that's what we're looking for in the future, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please support the channel in any way you can. Just liking the video or subscribing is a huge help. And if you really want to support the channel, consider checking out my Patreon. There's a link in the description below for it. You can get access to my Discord server as well as some other cool incentives. Also, check out my official merch store. There's a link in the description below for my Teespring account. You get access to all my cool merch that I've got on there, as well as some other cool stuff, cool phone cases, that sort of thing. But like I said, any kind of support is always appreciated. Just simply liking the video can go a very long way for me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.